Do private gun sales requiring ATF Form 40 for 73? Have you ever wondered about the rules surrounding private gun sales and whether you need to fill out ATF Form 40 for 73? This is a hot topic in discussions about Second Amendment rights and gun ownership. Let's break it down clearly. First, ATF Form 40 for 73 is a federal document that must be completed when purchasing a firearm from a federal firearms licensee. This form collects personal information and helps verify if the buyer is eligible to own a firearm under federal law. When you buy a gun from a licensed dealer, filling out this form is mandatory. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Private sales between individuals typically do not requiring ATF Form 40 for 73. If two people agree to transfer a firearm without involving a licensed dealer, federal law does not requiring the use of this form or a background check. This situation is often referred to as the private sale exemption. However, it is important to note that some states have their own laws. In states with universal background check laws, private sellers must conduct the sale through a licensed dealer. This means they will need to fill out Form 40 for 73 and run a background check. In these cases, the licensed dealer acts as an intermediary to ensure compliance with state law. If a licensed dealer facilitates a private sale, then ATF Form 40 for 73 must be completed. The buyer fills out Section A of the form, and the dealer completes the rest, including running the National Instant Criminal Background Check System check. The dealer will record the transfer as a private party transfer on the form. From a conservative perspective, many Republicans view the requirement for mandatory background checks and Form 40 for 73 on private sales as an unnecessary government intrusion. They argue that law-abiding citizens should be able to transfer firearms privately without facing bureaucratic hurdles, as long as they respect federal prohibitions on certain individuals possessing guns. For gun owners, if you are selling a firearm privately in a state without universal background check laws, you usually do not need to fill out Form 40 for 73 or conduct a background check. However, if you want to stay compliant with stricter state laws or avoid potential legal issues, using a licensed dealer to facilitate the transfer and complete Form 40 for 73 can provide a clear legal record. In summary, private gun sales do not requiring ATF Form 40 for 73 unless the transaction involves a licensed dealer. This distinction highlights the balance between federal regulations on licensed firearm sales and the rights of private citizens to transfer firearms without government interference.